All right, so you ready to dive into this?
Let's do it.
Today we're really getting into it. The biggest gaming news of the year. Gotta be right. Grand Theft Auto the 6.
It's huge.
You guys sent over a ton of articles about it, so we're going way beyond just the headlines, uncovering what's really interesting here.
Rockstar Games knows how to build anticipation. I mean, this announcement, it was like a masterclass in how it's done.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so to set the stage for anyone who maybe somehow missed it, Grand Theft Auto the 6 is officially coming. They've announced it. 2025 release, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS.
So that's the basics, right?
Okay.
But it gets interesting. Think about this. The last GTA V, came out way back in 2013.
Wow, has it really been that long?
It's been 10 years, a decade. So what does that even mean for this release? What are your expectations after such a huge wait? Honestly, it's kind of unheard of, right? To have that kind of gap between big releases in the gaming world. I mean, think about it. In 10 years, technology is changed completely. Gaming trends have totally shifted. The whole landscape is different. And what people expect from games, forget about it. It's a different world. So Rockstar isn't just competing with, people's memories of GTA V. It's everything that's come out since then, too.
So true. And speaking of changes, we're saying goodbye to Los Santos this time around. GTA VI is taking us back to Vice City. Well, sort of. They're calling Leonida in the press release, but it's clearly Vice City reimagined.
Yeah, and beyond that, they keep saying. That's what really gets me.
What do you think it means?
Scale. We're talking about a scale we just haven't seen in a GTA game before. At least that's what they're implying. Remember San Andreas? You had multiple cities, countryside, all that. Each area felt different. Now picture that, but amped up with today's technology. It could be massive, a genuinely massive game world.
They're really pushing the whole biggest, most immersive evolution of Grand Theft Auto line. And knowing Rockstar, they don't use those words lightly. What could they even do at this point to top themselves?
Details, man. It's got to be the details. Imagine a world that not only just looks good, visually, but it actually reacts to you. Your actions, everything you do matters. The people, the NPCs, they had their routines in past games, right? But now imagine that, but so much deeper. Way more complex, almost like environmental storytelling, but on another level. We're talking next level stuff.
Makes you think about the tech side too, right? I mean, what are they even using to build something like this? What kind of engine can handle a world that huge and detailed?
Honestly, who knows at this point? We'll have to wait and see. But whatever it is, they're pushing the limits, that's for sure. Open world games, by their nature, are super resource intensive. To make something this big, it'll take some serious technical wizardry, no doubt.
Definitely. But okay, before we get lost in the weeds with all the speculation, I know you were digging into the business side of all of this. Anything stand out to you in the press release?
The numbers. Just the sheer scale of the GTA franchise, it's mind-blowing. They mention it like it's nothing, but GTA V has sold over 190 million copies.
Hold on. That's just one game.
Exactly. One game, the whole franchise, over 410 million.
That's insane. What does that even mean from a business perspective for Rockstar going into this new release?
It's a blessing and a curse, honestly. On the one hand, they have crazy resources. They can do whatever they want, take risks, experiment, redefine gaming as we know it. The possibilities are limitless. But on the other, the expectations. They're through the roof. Millions of players are watching them, analyzing everything they do. It's gotta be intense.
And those millions of players are about to get a taste of what's to come because we have to talk about that trailer.
Oh yeah, the trailer. So much to unpack, even though it was short.
It was short, but they packed so much into it. It was all about the vibes, Classic Vice City, neon, the killer soundtrack, and that gritty, hot, sun-drenched feel.
Did you pick up on any clues about the story? Or how the gameplay might be?
They were smart about it, kept it focused on just establishing the setting, the tone. There were definitely glimpses of things, though, what looked like heists, card chases. There was one shot, a quick one, an alligator in a swamp. What do you think about that?
Super interesting, right? Like you were saying before, it seems like the world is going to be way bigger this time around, beyond just the city. That's what Rockstar does best, though, creating these worlds that feel alive. And most importantly, full of surprises. A swamp in Grand Theft Auto. Okay, now that's a twist I didn't see coming.
Right. They're going to have some crazy Easter eggs hidden out there.
Yeah.
Rockstar loves that stuff.
Speaking of surprises, did you notice how quiet everything was before the announcement? Rockstar kept this one under wraps. Think they can keep that up for 2 whole years until the release, I mean.
Good question. It's hard to say. These days, leaks are practically guaranteed. But on the flip side, Rockstar's really good at using those leaves, even turning them into hype.
True.
Remember all those rumors before the announcement? All those weird messages people found in GTA Online? It's like they wanted us to speculate.
They're basically playing 4D chess with their marketing. It's brilliant. Everyone's on edge, analyzing every little thing they put out.
And it keeps GTA VI on everyone's minds constantly.
Yeah.
For 2 years. Okay, so what's your prediction? What can people realistically expect to see before the game actually comes out? More cryptic teases, or are they going to give us something concrete?
I'd bet money on another trailer for sure. Maybe something at E3 next year. Something with some actual gameplay footage this time.
Oh, E3 would be perfect. That would break the internet. Okay, but besides trailers, what about like a slower reveal? Character reveals, location spotlights, drip feeding us information.
Could be. It makes sense, especially if the world is as big as they're saying. Imagine like a deep dive into a specific part of the city, each one with its own story, its own feel. Or maybe they'll introduce us to some of the characters, the major players in the story.
It really makes you think about how GTA VI is going to fit into the gaming landscape now. Things have changed a lot since GTA V. Streaming is huge, esports have blown up, and online gaming. It's everything. What do you make of all that?
Oh, it's definitely a factor. GTA Online was a gold mine for Rockstar. They'd be crazy not to go all in on that. I wouldn't be surprised if they're building a crazy online experience for GTA Z.
Yeah.
New modes, new ways to interact with the world, with other players.
Imagine an online Vice City, like a living, breathing world. Heists, gang wars, all happening in real time.
It would be massive.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
But I think Rockstar gets it,
Yeah.
They know that a big part of GTA's appeal is that single-player story, that feeling of being dropped into this world, these crazy characters, insane action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
It's that mix, right? The story, the freedom, that's what makes GTA so special.
Totally. But with all this talk about online and all the new tech, are we forgetting something? What about the heart of the game? The characters, the music, little details that make it feel real.
What are you hoping for when it comes to that stuff, I mean?
The characters, man. GTA always nails that. Those characters that are so out there, you just have to love them. Larger than life. That's what I want to see in GTA C.
What about the music? GTA always has the best soundtracks. What are you hoping for with this one? Especially with it being, Vice City again.
Oh man, don't even get me started. Imagine you're cruising down Ocean Drive, windows down, some classic 80s synthwave blasting on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
Or even better, they lean into that Miami sound, some Latin hip-hop or some heavy-hitting EDM.
The possibilities are endless, really. It's crazy to think how much hype there is for a game that's still 2 years away.
It's Rockstar, though. They know how to get people talking.
They've set the bar incredibly high. For themselves, for everyone, really.
No pressure, right?
No pressure. But if anyone can pull it off, it's Rockstar. So before we wrap things up, let's hear from you. What do you think?
What are your predictions? What are you most hyped for? Any crazy theories based on that trailer?
Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going. We'll be back with more deep dives as we get closer to the release. Until then, happy gaming.